Hello, I'm Sally Gardner, and I've got a new book coming out, in paperback, and it's called Invisible in a Bright Light. And I would like to read you from chapter 1. Do you want to finish the game? Says the man in the emerald green suit. What game? Asked the girl. One thing's for certain, he says, ignoring her question. When you finish the game, everything will have changed. Deep under the sea in the cave of dreamers hangs the sleepers, suspended from boat hooks, passengers and sailors alike, eyes closed, heads held high, their skin fish flesh white. On and on in neat rows they go, until all that is left hanging from the hooks is empty clothes. Through these fishes swim, eels wriggle, causing trousers and petticoats to dance with the memory of their ghostly wearers. At the entrance of the cave sits a man in a barnacle-encrusted chair. Before him is a desk. It is his three-piece suit of emerald green that has caught the girl's attention, not his face, as one might suppose, for it is a strange face. Behind him, neatly stacked, are hundreds of gleaming white candles. You're stronger than I thought, says the man. I wasn't expecting to light another set of my candles. My candles are precious to me, and I hate to waste them. Are you sure you want to carry on playing? Celeste is spellbound by the emerald green fabric. In it she sees her past all whirled together until it is a thing of threads and stitches. Before we go any further, tell me your age, says the man. Only now does Celeste notice his face. She thinks he must be wearing a mask, for she can't see his eyes. Perhaps they've been washed away. Fishes occasionally nibble at his bald head. On the desk rests a ledger. It's like the one she remembers the clerk in the hat shop had when she and Anna went to pick up a parcel for Mother. I ask the questions, he says. Celeste doesn't answer. She's studying the ring on his little finger. The stone is bright emerald, the same colour as his suit. He dips his quill in the inkstand, and tendrils of ink float away. In other words, how old are you? You are asking the questions in the wrong order, says Celeste. The first question should be, what is your name? The man is taken aback. I ask the questions, not you. He is unsettled by this girl. Seldom has he met a child with strength enough to move on to the final part of the game. Perhaps for once it will be played out to the bitter end, and the thought delights him, although he has no doubt who the winner will be. He persists with his questions. Tell me your age. Again the girl answers with more energy than he would have thought possible. By this point in the game, the player should be no more than a shadow. My age, says Celeste. I am 11. I can smell a lie in the water, says the man. I play you, girl. You don't play me. The truth is, Celeste can't remember if she is about to be 11, or has just turned 11, or perhaps she's 12. She is pondering this when the man in the emerald green suit turns over a page in the ledger, and with his quill he points upwards. Celeste follows the tip of the feather. Above the heads of the sleepers hangs a glass chandelier in the shape of a galleon. 750 candles, says the man, and not one of them defeated by seawater. For the first time, Celeste can see clearly, the beams of light illuminating the face of the sleepers, whose names are on the tip of her tongue. Look at me, says the man, look at me. And the moment she does, the names are gone. And somewhere in the cave, a ship's bell sounds mournfully. Perhaps it's a warning, she thinks. He begins to laugh, his laughter a wave that causes the sleepers to sway as one. What if I don't want to play your game? She says. A brave question, if I may say so. It would be a pity after you have come so far, but I'd understand, for the game only gets harder from now on. He leans back in his chair. Do you want to know what happens if you retire from the game? Yes, says Celeste. It's simple. You join the first row of sleepers. It's your decision. This part of the game is called the Reckoning, and only I know the rules. Then it isn't fair. I never said it was. I always win. I'll help you this much, and I'm being too generous. I've already been too generous in letting you have one of the sleepers. Not that she's any use. I did tell you that at the beginning, before I lit the first set of candles, but that's by the by. Where was I? Yes, the player, that is you, Maria, was abandoned as a baby on the steps of the great opera house in the city of C. And there you were raised by a woman whose job it was to clean the crystal chandelier. When you were 8 years old, you were found to have a natural gift for dance, and you were enrolled in the ballet school. To pay for your lessons, you work, when not required to rehearse, for the famous singer, Madame Sabina Petrova. Maria is about to say, I am Celeste, when she senses, rather than hears, a voice in her head. No, don't tell him your name. She looks again at the sleepers with a sickening realization that she knows the name of every one of them, and they shouldn't be there. If you win the game, he says, they'll all go home. If you lose, they lose forever. The man in the emerald green suit moves towards her with unnatural speed. He puts his hand to her face and closes her eyes. Just to make doubly sure, he says, as I've done this once, let me do it again. And before she can say another word, all is forgotten. Good, says the man, as he blows out the candles. Very good. Let the reckoning